Sports in general are one of the most popular and well-known topics in America, especially football. Football is probably the most popular and well-known sport talked about in American news because it's physical, fast-paced, seasonal, which makes people eager to want to watch football and be entertained. What makes football popular, though, is having one game per week, which creates excitement and suspense amongst fans. Unlike any other sport, most fans attend every game. Football's popularity and success skyrocketed to the devotion of the game. The most popular football organization is the NFL. NFL teams are also more balanced compared to other American sports. But what makes the NFL so popular is what happens and goes on in the offseason, which the three most important factors that are talked about in the news about the NFL is free agency, trading, and the draft. And personally, I know how they run the organization, how they manage everything, because my next door neighbor, he used to play in the NFL for the Green Bay Packers. His name was Aaron Ripkowski. And the most important factor, free agency in the NFL, why it's talked about so much in the news, is because it is one of the methods to help build a championship quality roster, and it's critical in the terms of filling in the needs and helping to push a team over that hump to be successful. For example, in 2010, the Giants signed Antrel Rolle to a free agent mega deal, and he helped to lead the Giants to a Super Bowl win that year. In addition to that, the biggest news happening in the NFL free agency right now is that Aaron Rodgers is rumored to sign a big $1 million mega deal contract with the New York Jets. And the Jets also, no, not the Jets, but the Eagles are also rumored to re-sign Jalen Hurts to a big deal, like a $50 million contract deal. And the Philadelphia Eagles also signed Marcus Mariota to a big $1 million contract deal. The Bengals also signed an absolute unit, football player, Pro Bowl tackle Orlando Brown, offensive lineman, to a huge 4-year, $64 million contract, and he helped protect Patrick Mahomes to win a Super Bowl. The Dolphins also signed Jalen Ramsey to a big mega deal. In addition to that, free agency, trading is also one of the most important factors because the game is based around salary cap, and then of why trading does happen is they actually trade the contracts for the players. So if Team A is paying a player $5 million guaranteed a year with no bonuses, then Team B will have to pay the same amount if they trade for a player, unless they renegotiate a new contract with the new player after the trade. The biggest trades that happened so far in the news is Baltimore Ravens signed receiver Odell Beckham Jr. a 1-year deal worth up to $18 million. Tennessee Titans signed defensive tackle Jeffrey Simmons to a 4-year deal worth a whopping $94 million. The New York Giants acquired tight end star Darren Waller, and also the San Francisco 49ers re-signed Nick Bosa. Is it Nick Bosa? Yeah, they re-signed Nick Bosa to a $30 million contract. And the last important factor is the draft. The draft is important in the news because the draft is when potential rookies are about to get inducted and signed into the NFL. Depending on how well you did in the combine and in college, it dictates your spot in the NFL draft. It also gives teams opportunity to infuse their roster with new talent and to build around the new players they sign. Some rookies provide an instant boost to the team's performance. The biggest draft talks, which is mock draft, which is like pre-draft, that the Panthers are predicted to get the first pick in the NFL in the first round, which is predicted to be C.J. Stroud from Ohio State. He's an excellent quarterback. He's an accurate pocket passer and has some mobility when needed. The Texans are predicted to receive the second pick in the NFL draft, which is Alabama quarterback Bryce Young, which makes 2 former Alabama stars to join the forces on the Texans roster. The Texans already have 2 other Alabama stars. The Colts are predicted to receive the third pick of the draft, which is Florida University quarterback Anthony Richardson. He is the Josh Allen of this year's draft. He's got the height, the athleticism, the speed, and possesses an overall passing and rushing skill set that is good. So in conclusion, we can clearly see free agency, trading, drafting are a critical and crucial important part of what makes the NFL the NFL. It can determine how good a team is going to be that year. It can make big differences in the playoffs, and it can help bring a team a championship and success, and also give fans entertainment and excitement. So that, as clearly said, and from my research from NFL.com, Bleacher Report.com, CBSSports.com, and FoxSports.com, we can clearly see that the NFL is why it is one of the most important topics talked about in news today.